Okay. So Wes Goodman has resigned. I believe he was a politician in Ohio who ran on the family values ticket like they do. He's a Republican. And I was going to be cheeky and use the gay tarot, but I won't. He ran on the family values ticket. He ran on also states' rights, repealing the ACA, and trimming the state budget. He is married. And he has, he had, H-A-D, had on his website that he is committed to natural marriage. He worked with Jim Jordan from Ohio, who is very anti-gay. And Wes Goodman has resigned amid scandal. It has been said that he was having an inappropriate, how did they word it? Inappropriate interaction is what his spokesman called it. An inappropriate interaction. He was having sex with some dude in his office. Dude in his office. The family values married anti-gay ticket guy. Having sex with his, I guess, somebody he met online or something. I don't know. So, he has resigned. He made a statement. Let me read his statement to you. We all bring our own struggles and our own trials into public life. That has been true for me, and I sincerely regret that my actions and choices have kept me from serving my constituents and my state in a way that reflects the best ideals of public service. For those whom I have let down, I am sorry. That was his statement. He also received some complaints that he groped an 18-year-old at some party. So the other people, or the other Ohioans, said we don't have, this is what is this man's name? I can't even pronounce that. It's Zawiski. I don't know. Zawistowski. Zawistowski. I don't know. Mr. Z. So Mr. Z says, we don't have a problem with someone that has a homosexual lifestyle. But he said that's their decision, that's their right. But the allegations of unwanted sexual advances tipped the scales. Not him having sex with some dude in his office, which means he wanted to get caught. He said when he did the whole groping of the person, that tipped the scale. Get out of here. So, what is his fate now? Is he completely done with public life? Is he going to try to make amends? Because, you know, Republicans can be forgiven for anything. It's just the Democrats who can't. So, what is it? Let's see what it holds. Right now, fear, stress, worry, and anxiety. 9 of Swords. Well, good on you. You should be stressed. You have a wife. And a double life. Be who you want to be, but don't drag somebody else into that. I think that's just wrong. 3 of Wands. Now, I get it. You are from a conservative background. They don't allow you to be who you are. But don't drag somebody else into that. You can Lindsey Graham it your whole life. 3 of Wands. That's interesting. I feel an energy from this card that is not cohesive with what it means. I feel like, because this is sort of waiting for your harvest, waiting for your ships to come in. But I feel it's like he's looking out, because this is not the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is abandonment. This is kind of like watching your former life drift away. That's what it feels like. But let's keep going. Crossroads. What are you going to do, Wes? Talk about struggle. You're married. Family values ticket. Natural marriage. Repealing the ACA like you were their golden child. Then you went and you behaved like you were born to behave. Not the whole devious part, but the whole, his gay part. And so, you got caught up in a moment of stupidness. Because you shouldn't have done that. Were you done that? Shouldn't have done that at all. First of all, you're married. If you want to get divorced, get divorced. But I understand you're from conservative land. This is not something you can do. But what do you do? Do you go and fall at the knees on some altar somewhere and beg for forgiveness of all the gods and the lords that you can find to beg for forgiveness from? Or do you give your wife 75% of your money and say, I'm just going to go live my life? Because I'm not really straight, so let me go and do what I want to do now that everybody knows. This is in the New York Times, homeboy. So, now that everybody knows, what are you going to do? Stress and worry and watching your life slip away. King of Swords. Not sure who that is. Maybe that's you. The Chariot. Moving forward, moving on. There's some victory. Self-discipline. Four Swords. Sit this one out. There's also some mental anguish going on there. Hopefully he's not suicidal. Because how old is he? Like 30 something, I think, wasn't he? 33 years old. 33 years old. You are a baby. You still have the rest of your life. You just need to figure out what to do with it. This isn't the worst thing that will ever happen to you. It may feel like that. Yeah, sure. Fear. Why is it your fear? Why is this your fear? All the sympathy I had for you just flew right out the window. Let's research Ace of Pentacles. What do I have? Good luck. Because here's my thing. Why isn't your wife here? Why isn't your family here? Why isn't your future here? Why isn't the Wheel of Fortune right here? Why that? What's your hopes? Maybe because your job is over, and I know people think that all politicians are lobbyists and they have tons and tons of money in their back pocket, but I don't think he was in that position yet. He was supposed to be the rising star. He didn't quite get there. I'm going to leave that alone. So, he's got money on his mind because that's probably where his troubles are coming from right now. In your environment, the past. Oh, Wesley. When times were simple and innocent, you didn't have to worry about things like sexuality. Longing for the past. Stuck in that emotion too. Children, children, children. He wants to revert back to when life was simple. Life is hard for him right now. You see him through the mental anguish. At the crossroads, don't know what to do. Trying to be somewhat of a steward. This is the crowning thought. So he's trying to be somewhat of a steward. Trying to be who everybody else thought he was. And right now his bills aren't being paid. And he longs for a time when life was simple. Get over it. I still am, because when I do these readings, I do ask Spirit to speak through me, and so it has compassion for all people. I, on the other hand, think that if you vote to repeal the ACA with no replacement, I can't feel bad for you, because you didn't feel bad for them. Somebody can't continue their cancer treatments because you want to take away their health care. Then I feel bad because you can't pay your bills and you have a mental anguish over being caught. All right. So the Hangman. Word of warning. This is the card of sacrifice. Self-sacrifice. Goes right along with your mental anguish. Word of solace, fighting. You can either fight back or let it consume you. Your outcome, wishful thinking. That's what this is. Going back to the past and all this, no. Everybody knows. Mental anguish, fear, combined with watching your life as it used to be sail away from you. You don't know what to do. You don't know where to go. Don't know how to get there. You are in your own head and it has become your worst enemy. You don't know how to pay your bills or where it's coming from. You wish you could just go back in time when things were simple, when life was loving and kind. You feel as though you're on the edge of suicide. The cards are telling you to fight back. Be who you are. Be who you want to be. Wishful thinking. There is no easy fix to this. There's no remedy. There's no potion. There's no pill you can take and wake up and the world is simple again. It doesn't happen. You're an adult. You may just be 33, but you are 33. It's time to be an adult. You cannot go back. You cannot redo. All you can do is move on. Where you choose to go once you move on is up to you. You can commit suicide, which solves nothing for the people left behind. Or You can fight back and be the Wes Goodman you were born to be. Choice is yours. Either way. But what I will say, because I personally have no compassion for you, the Spirit does. So what I will tell you is this. You have two options outside of the end it all and fight back. You have two other options, should I say. One, tell the truth. Own up to what you did. That's why you got the Chariot. That's your self-discipline card. Own up to what you did. Or two, go to church. Tell them it was a lapse in judgment. You need redemption. You need deliverance. Let them shock you, if you will. And then come back and tell us how much that worked.